We will now chant Sri Dakshinamurti Stotram. First Dhyana, then Ashtiks. Maunadhyakya pragadita para brahma tattvam yuvanam Varsishthante vasadrishiganaihi abritam brahmanishthaihi Acharyendram karakalita chinmudram anandarupam Swatma ramam muditavadanam dakshinamurtimide Vadavitapi samipe bhumi bhage mishannam Sakala Munijanana Jnana Dhataramarat Tribhuvana Gurumisham Dakshinamurti Devam Janana Marana Dukkha Cheda Daksham Namami Chitram Vatataro Mule Vriddha Sishya Guru Yuva Gurustu Maunam Vyakhyanam Shishyastu Chinna Samshaya Nidhaye Sarva Vidhyanam Vishaje Bhavaroginam Gurave Sarva Lokanam Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Om Namah Pranavarthaya Shuddha Jnanaikamurtaye Nirmalaya Prashantaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Om Namo Shloka Stotra Stotra Vishwam Darpana Dishyamana Nagari Tuliyam Nijantargatam Pasyanatmani Mayaya Bahirivo Bhutai Yatha Nidraya Yasakshat Kurute Prabodha Samaye Swatmanameva Dvayam Tasmai Shri Guru Murtaye Namaidam Shri Dakshinamurtaye Vijasyantarivang Jagadidam Prang Nirvikalpam Punah Maya Kalpita Deshakala Kalana Vaichitra Chitrikritam Maya Viva Vijrimbayat Yapi Mahayogi Vayasvechaya Tasmai Shri Guru Murtaye Namaidam Shri Dakshinamurtaye Yasyaiva Sfuranam Sadatmakam Kalpartakam Bhasate Sakshat Tattvamasiti Veda Vachasa Yogodayatya Yes Sakshat Karnat Bhavenna Punaravrittir Bhavambho Nidhau Tasmai Shri Guru Murtaye Namaidam Shri Dakshinamurtaye Nana Chidra Gadodara Stita Mahadeepa Prabha Bhaswaram Yasya Tu Chakshuradi Karna Dvara Vahispandate Janamiti Tameva Bhantam Anubhati Tat Samastam Jagate Tasmai Shri Guru Murtaye Namaidam Shri Dakshinamurtaye Deham Pranam Apindriyanyapi Chalan Buddhim Cha Shunyam Viduhu Sri Badandha Jadopamastvahamiti Bhranta Vrishambadinaha Maya Shakti Vilasa Kalpita Maha Vyamoha Samharine Tasmai Shri Guru Murtaye Namaidam Shri Dakshinamurtaye Rahu Grasta Divakarendu Sadusho Maya Samachhadanat Sanmatra Karanopasambharnato Yogotsu Shuftah Pumam Ragaswav Samiti Prabodha Samaye Yat Pratyabhigyayate Tasmai Shri Guru Murtaye Namaidam Shri Dakshinamurtaye Balyadishvapi Jagridadishu Tata Sarvasvavasthasvapi Vyavrittasvanuvartamanamahamityantasurantam Sadha Swatmanam Prakatīkaroti Bhajatam Yo Mudraya Bhadraya Tasmai Shri Guru Murtaye Namaidam Shri Dakshinamurtaye Vishwam Pashyati Karya Karanataya Swaswami Sambandhatah Shishyacharya Tathaiva Pitraputra Dhyatmana Vedatah Swapne Jagrati Vaya Yesha Purusho Maya Paribhramitah Tasmai Shri Guru Murtaye Namaidam Shri Dakshinamurtaye Bhuram Senalo Nilombaram Aharnatho Himanshuh Puman Vidyabhati Characharatmakamidam Yasyaiva Murtyashtakam Nanyat Kinchana Vidyate Vimrashatam Yasmat Parasmat Vibhoho Tasmai Shri Guru Murtaye Namaidam Shri Dakshinamurtaye Sarvatmattvamiti Sfutikritamidam Yasmadamushminstave तेनास्य श्रवणात् तदर्थमननात् ध्यानाच्च संकीर्तनात् सर्वात्मत्वमहाविभूतिसहितं स्यादीश्वरत्वं स्वतः सिद्ध्येतत् पुनरष्टदा परिणतं च ऐश्वर्यमव्याहतम्। Sorry. ओम दश चांट गीता ध्यान। ओम पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणी। नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे फुल्लारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्र येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयप्रदीपः प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। सर्वोपनिषदो गावः भोक्ता गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्स सुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत् वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। भीष्मद्रोणतटा जयद्रथजला गान्धारनीलोत्पल शल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वहनी कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थामविकर्णघोरमकरा सुदुर्योधनावर्तिनीं सोत्तीर्णा खलु पाण्डवैरणनदी कैवर्तककेशवः पाराशर्यवचः सरोजममलं गीतार्थगन्धोत्कटं नानाख्यानककेसरं हरिकथालम्बो सम्बोधनाबोधितं लोके सज्जनषट्पतैरहरः पेपीयमानं मुदा भूयात् भारत पंकजं कलिमल प्रध्वंसिन श्रेयसे। मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपा तमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम्। यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्र रुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः। We will go to chapter 2. ओम श्री कृष्ण परमात्मने नमः। अथ द्वितीयोऽध्यायः सांख्य योगः। We are now in Sthitapragya Lakshanam. We are chanting from, we have been chanting from 55. We will now today chant from 58. Okay. Yada samharate chayam kurmonganiva sarvashah indriyani indriyarthebhyah tasya pragya pratishtita. 59. Vishaya vinivartante निराहारस्य देहिनः रसवर्ज्यं रसोऽप्यस्य परं दृष्ट्वा निवर्तते। 60. यततो ह्यपि कौन्तेय पुरुषस्य विपश्चितः इन्द्रियाणि प्रमाथीनि हरन्ति प्रसभं मनः। 61. तानि सर्वाणि संयम्य युक्त आसीत मत्परः वशे हि यस्येन्द्रियाणि तस्य प्रज्ञा प्रतिष्ठिता. So verse number 55 to this point, verse number 61, the teacher is explaining the features of, to say feature is not the right, but lakshana of a person who is a sthita pragya. Sthita pragya means one whose pragya, is steady, one who is emotionally stable. Such a person's Lakshana is being described. So let's take this person to be a very emotionally stable person. This is how he acts. For us who are all trying to be emotionally stable, for whom emotional stability is a value which is high in the agenda, I have put 4, which I keep repeating very often. Physical fitness is not in our hands. Emotional stability is in my hands. That is something about which you can take the initiative. To grow physically, you need not do anything. Eating, overeating takes care of all that. To grow emotionally, you need to take the initiative. There is a certain growth, there is a certain education which makes you fit for earning a livelihood, for earning a living, where you can work for your financial well-being, artha kama, for which you can work. Artha brings in security, security is together. It gives you that. But for gaining emotional stability, you have to take the initiative. Once upon a time, in India, we had a certain Vedic culture and a Vedic lifestyle in which emotional stability was built into your process of growth. It was built into you. You were gradually introduced to emotional growth with the initiation of the thread, with the various Vedic chantings you did, with the lifestyle that was followed. You were introduced, you were slowly introduced to all this. So when the person grew up to 25, he had strong value for emotional growth. And when he became a totally independent person, it can happen anytime. When that happened, this foundation that was laid was very, very helpful. In the present scenario, where unfortunately, in our own country, where everything Vedic pursuits, Vedic lifestyle, Vedic values, everything is opposed in the name of something called secularism. And in this scenario, if I come and tell you that Vedas give you emotional stability, rather than people are not willing to accept it. They say, no, it's indoctrination. It is religious indoctrination. One person asked me, is it brainwashing? Some all kinds of opinions are there. I have my Guruji used to have a very good word for that. He used to call this Kapola Kalpana. Kapola is the skull. A skull without brains imagines things. That's called Kapola Kalpana. Brainless truck. That's what is called Kapola Kalpana. Unfortunately, that is how the situation is. Pretty unfortunate. So, the first these verses, 55 to 61, the teacher highlights how an emotionally stable person will be, his Lakshana. And that can be the value for you and me. That can be something we can work towards for us sadhakas. So it's like Dukkeshu anvudvigna manaha. You are not shaken by dukkha. Sukeshu vigata sprihaha. You are not over the moon in joy. Vita raga bhaya krodha. From whom raga, bhaya, and krodha have gone away. Gone away meaning they have lost their power to grip you. A certain amount of bhaya is there, it's quite natural. But it doesn't paralyze you. A certain amount of bhaya is good for the system. So bhaya is there, perfectly okay. Bhaya is okay. Then I like refinement. I like a garbage-free, litter-free place. And if people don't keep it like that, there is an element of anger also there. Well, that is perfectly legitimate. Okay, and from whom, and such a person is a Bita Stita he, one whose he is actually. At this point, okay, let me cover this and then I'll come to this instance. Something from somebody's real life, a question which was posed to me just a couple of days ago. We'll highlight. Okay. It is 50, verse number 57. Let's look at it. Yah sarvatran anabhisneha tat tat prapya shubha shubham. Okay. In 57, we are highlighting the pursuit of, let us say, sattva actions. 56 is all actions. Now, I have overcome all kinds of rajasic and tamasic tendencies. Let's say I am pursuing pleasant things. I'm doing proper service to the society. I am a sattva guna pradhana person. Such a person has what is called Shubha and Ashubha. Ashubha means here, Shubha means naturally, when I do something good, I get good. Now, what is Ashubha here? When I do something good, people don't recognize the good. Not only do they not recognize the good, they go about and tell you're doing useless stuff. He has nothing else to do, therefore he is doing all this. There's nothing else to do, therefore he is doing all this. So these kind of thought processes, these kind of criticisms, okay, is Ashubha. So tat tat prapya Shubha and Ashubha. When you get Shubha result, when you get Ashubha result, what is his mental state? He is sarvatra, in all such situation, he is anabhisneha. Sneha is attachment. Abhisneha is excessive attachment. And anabhisneha, you are not excessively attached. I've seen a lot of spiritually inclined people, religiously inclined people, people who are committed to service. Savere Sham, they do good work. They put in their life behind causes. But they have a certain incapacity to take criticism. Suppose somebody tells them something is not going okay, you're wasting your time. Or even if doing the right thing, you're not doing intelligently enough. They have a certain incapacity to take criticism, which the teacher says is not a healthy sign. If you can recall, Kabir Das ke dohe, he says, Nindak niyare rakhiye, Angan kutil sama, Angan kutil chava. Nindak niyare rakhiye, Angan kutil chava. बिन साबन पानी बिना निर्मल करे सुहाय कबीरा निर्मल करे सुहाय. Suppose you had a critic at home. A critic means a candid critic. Okay, not somebody a fault finding nitpicking critic. That fellow is not a critic. That fellow is a nitpicker. Fault find. If you do thing, why are you doing? If you don't do, why don't you do? You should have done this. That person is not. Nindak here is a person who is a candid critic. When you do something, he will say, good. From his body language, from his words, you'll understand it looks like you're not satisfied. He will very, very apologetically smile at you and say, no. Because he knows you have a potential to reach higher. Especially in the field of music, in the field of, especially in the field of fine arts. Like, the great cricketer, when on the day of his retirement, he finally called out to his coach and said, "Sir, at least today you say well done." Because they say in his lifetime, he never said well done. Because they say, when is your best? The next is my best kind of. Somebody who is constantly pushes you to perform even better. So when we are talking about Ashubha here is some criticism even for good actions. They say, no, this is not good. You should have not responded like that. Okay. In fact, our Swamiji, Swami Dayanand, in his biography, writes about an instance. When he was a young brahmachari, he was taking a number of students from one place to another for a program, a number of youngsters. And about, let's say, 40, 50 people, youngsters, all youngsters. And our brahmachari Swamiji was in his late 20s, not yet 30. And he was escorting all the children, boys, girls, from Chennai to some place. And they were booked in a train. Those days, second class compartment, all booked, reserved compartment. There was a fellow who was supposed to coordinate the whole thing. He was coordinating, and when Swamiji reached there with the children, the fellow was not to be found. Suddenly, about 10 or 15 minutes before departure of the train, that fellow arrives with those kind. You remember those tickets in small ones? It will be this size. And we used to collect them and play with them. So he comes with a number of tickets. He will say, Swamiji, this is the reservation. This is the berth. This is the ticket. So per person, 3 tickets. Like that, he gave Swamiji about 120 tickets. And he says, these are spread over this coach, and 2 coaches later. 3 coaches they're spread over, not 2 consecutively. One here, after 2. Just imagine taking 40 children by a second class, those days was called third class compartment, night train. Some of them are young children, just a little over 12, maybe just 13, boys, girls, mixed. And taking them over 3 compartments, Swamiji got so annoyed that he yelled at that fellow. And he yelled at that fellow. That fellow smiles at Swamiji and says, a brahmachari is not supposed to get angry, and walked away. Swamiji writes that he somehow made the onward and return journey, saw all the children safely home. He said, I learned one lesson. Keep a critic near you. Nindak neare rakhiye. Because what had happened at that point of time, I am taking 40 people out, and then people are supposed to help me. It is not everybody is prepared to help me. That fellow sees it, one more job. One more job. It happens to everybody. I was once called, they said, can you come to Dharmapuri for giving a lecture? I said, yeah, yes, I can come. What is to be done? Will somebody arrange to take me or something like that? They said, everything arrangements we will make. Every arrangement makes, that's all. Somebody calls me in the afternoon. This happened about 20 years ago, more than 20 years ago. 94 or 95. A fellow called me on the telephone, landline. Did you so and so? I said, I'm so and so. This evening, this time, please come to Central Station. Get into Aircard Express. I will be there. I said, okay, are you coming with me? He said, no. I will give you a reserve ticket. Second class reserve ticket. I said, how do I go to Dharmapuri? I don't know where it was in the first place. I was new to Chennai. He said, what will happen is you will have to get out at a place called Morapur or somebody on the way to Salem. You'll come at about 4 o'clock in the morning. Or maybe 3:30 or something. Get off there. Get down. Get out of the station and walk a short distance. There'll be a hotel there. You would have booked a room for you there. You stay there. Somewhere around 8 o'clock, somebody will come from Dharmapuri and pick you up. See, I'm a person who has a physical disability. I find it difficult carrying bag, walking. Imagine 3:30, you get out of the train with the bag, you don't know where this place is, how convenient it is. Whether walking down is some place, many of these stations, you have an overbridge. All difficult kind of things. But so annoyed, I yelled at him. He said, sir, I am the office pune. Yelling at me is not going to help you. If you want to come, come. Otherwise, I will just tear the cricket, throw it into the train, into the track and go. I tried reaching all those people, they had all gone away. Nobody was available. I decided not to. The worst part is that it was on a Sunday morning, Monday, Tuesday, whole week. Nobody asked why you didn't come, what happened. So I realized, no, don't take things to head down. Yeah, I thought I'm doing great lecture. I'm going to give Bhagavad Gita chapter 2 lecture. The whole place is waiting for me with the red carpet unfurled, elephant back procession. Then nobody even bothered whether you come or did not. Then finally I checked with the fellow who invited. He says, no, I had some problem. Even that fellow couldn't reach. He said, I decided to call off the trip. I had told the organizers that you will come. And if when you come, you are supposed to be given a 1 hour slot to talk on the subject. Look, but all these do a great job. They bring you down to earth. So, yaha sarvatra anabhisneha tat tat prapya shubha shubham. This is Ashubha. Shubha, once I was called to Salem for a lecture. Yeah, even as my train slows down and dozens of fellow are running this side, that side. I thought they're running for somebody else. And they, Mohanji has come, Mohanji has come, Mohanji has come. So even as I land, somebody gives me, all these things happen November, December, no cold. Somebody comes, brings you with a cup of coffee. They say, we have arranged for your stay here, Mohanji. They take me by car, arrange there, breakfast, lunch served, then they put you in train. Shubham, generally we get haha, sarvatra, oh, how lovely. Okay. And Abhisneha, how well they treat. Okay, imagine now, okay, when you was late, was in my early 40s, people calling you G, this, that, you feel so great. So whether you do good work or bad work, even on a line of good work, don't get carried away. And if things don't happen, don't take it to heart. Nothing happens to that person, nothing happens to this person. If you take it to heart, you get disturbed. Your thought process get disturbed. And these impressions don't go away. They will stay in your system. They will stay in your system much later. Okay? Much later. 20 years, 30 years. When you pass through this place. Imagine, I suppose I take this train. I tell you, if I take this train, now I don't travel by train anymore. I take this train, I go to Salem or I'm going to Coimbatore. And on the way, when I see the station, Morapur, hey, thought strikes. Hey, one fellow told me to get down here, go look for a hotel. The thought strikes you. And if you have not handled it, this will remain in your system as a problem. It will remain in your system as a problem. Tat tat prapya shubhashukam. Na abhinandati, na dveshti, does not criticize. Okay. 58. How to handle all this? Yada samharate chayam. Fold back yourself. At the sign of danger, be alert. Handle it even because you know the upsetting thought is going to come. It will start coming. You can't stop the thought, but you can stop the response. You can tell, okay, I'm not going to react. I'm not going to hurt anyone with my speech or action. I'm going to be very, very self-controlled. My responses are going to be controlled. At best, I will say, I don't want to say anything now. So just as a tortoise withdraws its limbs from the sign of danger and goes inside, yata samharate. Okay, I am kurmaha, like a kurma angani. It pulls inside. Do that. It's a self-preservation. Like when there is a lot of thunderstorm, it happens. In some countries, the storms are rage so strongly that you can't even think of coming out. You have to stay under it. It is not like a casual thing. You don't open an umbrella when there is a thunderstorm, do you? So like that, you stay indoors. Better stay indoors. Even now, what people are saying, things are getting better, but stay indoors, stay safe. Keep your masks on. Keep a distance. Keep a distance. So they are warning you. So when there is danger in the air, stay safe. Okay. And he says, well, why do you have to stay safe? What happened? See, you may, by the same Tamil, mortal, some kind of, by a certain stubborn will, deliberately you can hold back at self-control. I won't see, I won't see, I won't see, I won't see, I won't see. You can do all that. But when such things happen, okay, what happens? The rasa, the taste for it never goes away. It folds back, remain in the system. At the first indulgence, you will say, I must have it. I must have it. Not only will the taste remain in you, you will also create taste in others. You say, you should do this, you should eat this and see, you should enjoy this. This combination you should eat and see. This combination you enjoy. See, there's something like this. Everybody sees a movie and write back saying it is not worth seeing. Then why do you see it first? The first place? Okay. They see a movie and then they will write a review. Not worth seeing. So having seen the review, another fellow will see it. He says, yeah, I agree with that person, not worth seeing. I think this not worth seeing is only some kind of a publicity for others to see. How to make a movie popular? Ban it. Everybody and his uncle will want to see. Remember, the taste remains. So this taste also has to go away. When will the taste go away? Then the goal, ultimate goal is clear. The ultimate goal is moksha. Moksha is emotional growth, emotional strength, emotional stability. I want to have an unshaken temperament. Even if I'm shaken, I want to recover quickly. I don't want to find fault with people. I don't want to find fault with myself. I don't want to remain depressed. I don't want to remain bogged down. I want to take it in my stride and move on in life. So this is what I want. If this goal is clear, then this rasa also will lose its grip on you. Anyway, it is something. Okay? Therefore, he says in verse number 60 and 61, he reaffirms yatata. Yatata means one who is putting in efforts. Yatata. Yatato happy. Okay, who's even the yatata, one who is striving very sincerely. Yatato happy, one who is striving very hard. O Kaunteya. Okay, and he is a vipaschita. Okay, and he is a vipaschita, he is a wise man. Yatataha, wise people. Okay, what happens? These indriyas, these sense organs and sense pressures, haranti prasabham manaha. They are carry the capacity to forcibly take you away from balance, which has been the experience of a lot of people. Of whom? Are Kaunteya, tum to bacche ho, you are a child. But remember, even rishis have been shaken. Vishwamitra is a typical case. Even bade log, Hastira by Maharati hil gaye. Brain fade has happened to so many people. One moment of brain fade. So be careful, watchful. Emotional stability is not a joke. Even people who consider themselves emotionally stable are shaken. It can happen in anybody's life. I know people who have gone through this in just about less than a year ago. Very stable fellows. Very balanced fellows. Very balanced, very stable. Almost Mahatma standard. One, in Hindi they say, Bombay people, like Koni Mara in your rib brought you down to earth. Right? Be alert. Okay, they are so powerful. Therefore, once again, he enforces Tani, okay, Tani means them, Sarvani samyamya. Okay. How does eyes work? For example, this is something we have to understand. You see forms using eyes. Please let's look at it this way. You see forms using eyes plus mind. You hear sound using ears plus mind. You smell using nose plus mind. You feel on the skin using skin plus mind. Without the support, this is called golaka. Golaka means what you call a hole. It's just called a golaka. On its own, it has no power whatsoever. Its power comes from the mana. The mind validates this golaka. That's why they say, people who cannot see, I can understand. People who refuse to see, what can I tell them? So he says, Tani Sarvani Sanyamya. Filter them through your mind. There are a beautiful example given. In your, it is a common sight now. You have WhatsApp, social media handle, and some people have so many groups that they have lost themselves in the group. Indriyani, Pramatini, all these groups forcibly take you away. Okay, I have put my guard there. You cannot add me to any group. But I get 10 invitations. So and so wants to add you to the group. So and so wants to add you to the group. So and so wants to add you to the group. Okay. And then there are some groups in which there will be about 1,500 messages per day. Out of 1,557 messages, I'm exaggerating. Okay, the message maybe one is meaningful. So what do? And if you read all of them, what happens? What happens to your database? Somebody once said, Bina pade delete. Delete all, delete all, delete all, delete all. The fellow who really wants to reach you will call and reach you. If someone actually wants you to attend a meeting at 11 o'clock today, he will reach you. Routine. I get a forward, I forward it to 10 people. So why I'm saying all this is, I need to control it here, delete it without reading. After reading, I say, no, all they are circulating porn videos. One fellow told me, there is a video which says Mahishasura Mardini. And when you open, there is a lot of sleaze inside. I said, having seen it, why do you circulate it to me and then say there is sleaze here? He could have told, don't beware of this. He forwards. He says, see this and then see what is this. See, look at that. This is a rotten. Can't waste. Virus ridden. So, Tani Sarvani Samyamya Yukta Asita Matpara. The Yukta Asita. Yukta here means a yogi. Here means you and me, sadhakas. Asita, seated means he has gathered himself. No distraction, gathered himself. Asita mat paraha. Other than my goal, my ultimate goal of emotional maturity, asita mat para. Yes, taken charge of his sense organs. Here, he says, I'm not going to allow this. This is objectivity. When you are seated and you are trying to do a little reflection on anything for that matter, you will hear sounds. You will hear various kinds of aroma going up and down. Aroma, fragrance, noise. Okay, people moving here and there. So many things will happen. But suppose you start wishing. If you start wishing and willing that these things should not happen, these things should not happen, these things should happen. Why don't these people understand that I am in a satsanga now? Why don't people understand that I am in a satsanga and make a call now? Why do they call now? There are so many calls coming, especially when you are in satsanga, call will come. If your thought process, I wish they did not call. I wish they did not. What stopped you from putting you on do not disturb mode? So I think that I am not going to take this call. Not only that, I am not going to yell at them either. I'm only going to say, sorry, I can't talk now. The fellow who really wants to reach me will. Otherwise, this happens. There is one health insurance company. They will keep calling. So just before this, sir, I am from this health insurance. I said, can you give me an insurance? You're so happy. Yes, sir. Our manager will talk to you. I said, I want an insurance that your insurance company will call me. Can you give me that? Maybe the manager is calling for some other insurance. Who knows? So like that, disturbances will come. But if you are going to will and wish that these disturbances are not there, you're going to have problems. To have the capacity, if it is there, let them be there. I am not going to be disturbed. That is called Tani, Sarvani, Sanyamya, Asita Matparaha. My objective is clear. Let whatever stimuli come from outside, I am not going to be disturbed. It is a sankalpa. Tough. Jnani, whose prajna is pratishtha, who is emotionally stable and well established, does this spontaneously. You and I sadhakas have to do it deliberately. That's all the lesson. Okay. Now, Tani Sarvani Sanyamya Yukta Asita Matpara. Now he says in verse number 62 and 63, next two verses, he is going to talk about the dangers. What happens if you do not have self-control? What happens? No, I'm sure people who are fond of Tamil movies, who have seen Tamil movies and Tamil songs and things like that. There's a nice song, an MGR movie song. Kan pona pokile kaal pogalama. Kaal pona pokile manam pogala. Manam pona pokile manushan manidan pogala. Can you go wherever your eyes take you? Wherever your legs take you, can your mind go? And wherever your mind goes as a man, can you go? Beautiful thought. Maybe he's got it from here. Lovely song. In movies, they have all these philosophical songs. Whether they act on it or not, we don't know. But they want to preach. A lot of preaching. Here, the teacher highlights what can go wrong in case you are not careful. In case you are not careful, what? We will have to chant 61 and 62 together. And then I will go into the elaborate meaning of these two verses. Okay? 61. No, 62. 61 we have seen. 62. Dhyayato vishayan spumsaha. Dhyayato vishayan spumsaha. Dhyayato vishayan spumsaha. Sangasteshu pajayate. Sangasteshu pajayate. Sangasteshu pajayate. Whole line. Dhyayato vishayan spumsaha. Sangasteshu pajayate. Dhyayato vishayan spumsaha. Sangasteshu pajayate. Sangat sanjayate kama. Sangat sanjayate kama. Sangat sanjayate kama. Kamat krodho bhijayate. Kamat krodho bhijayate. Kamat krodho bhijayate. Whole line. Sangat sanjayate kama. Kamat krodho bhijayate. Sangat sanjayate kama. Kamat krodho bhijayate. Whole verse. Dhyayato vishayan spumsaha. Sangasteshu pajayate. Sangat samjayate kama. Kamat krodho vijayate. Once more. ध्यायतो विषयान् पुंसः संगस्तेषु उपजायते संगात् संजायते काम काम कामात् क्रोधो विजायते. Verse number 63. क्रोधात् भवति सम्मोहः क्रोधात् भवति सम्मोहः क्रोधात् भवति सम्मोहः सम्मोहात् स्मृतिविभ्रमः सम्मोहात् स्मृतिविभ्रमः सम्मोहात् स्मृतिविभ्रमः. Whole line. क्रोधात् भवति सम्मोहः सम्मोहात् स्मृतिविभ्रमः क्रोधात् भवति सम्मोहः सम्मोहात् स्मृतिविभ्रमः. नेक्स्ट. स्मृतिभ्रंशात् बुद्धिनाशः स्मृतिभ्रंशात् बुद्धिनाशः बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यति बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यति बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यति. Whole line. स्मृतिभ्रंशात् बुद्धिनाशः बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यति स्मृतिभ्रंशात् बुद्धिनाशः बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यति. Whole verse. क्रोधात् भवति सम्मोहः सम्मोहात् स्मृतिविभ्रमः स्मृतिभ्रंशात् बुद्धिनाशः बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यति. क्रोधात् भवति सम्मोहः सम्मोहात् स्मृतिविभ्रमः स्मृतिभ्रंशात् बुद्धिनाशः बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यति. Two verses which tell you very graphically what happens. Vishaya means an object. Dhyayate, you constantly think of an object. Dhyayate Vishayans Pumsaha. Pumsaha means this human being. Dhyayate Vishayan Pumsaha. What happens? Sangaha Teshu Upajayate. The mind goes along with that object. You are thinking of something. It doesn't talk about thinking. You want to plan to buy, you want to acquire, you want to get. This is how I will enjoy. This is what will happen. You will construct the whole scene step by step. This is what I will do. This is what I will do. This is what I will do. This is what. Sangasteshu upajayate. You will build a dream loka, including the dialogues. And if you are a person who is capable of singing, writing poetry and all these things, all that you will construct. This is how I should enjoy. This is what I should do. This is Sangasteshu upajayate. After some time, as you are dreaming, daydreaming, fantasizing, something happens. Either you are brought down to earth by something, somebody calling, somebody doing something, or something, you stub your toe somewhere. Something can happen. What happens? Just before, just before stubbing your toe. So now, Sangasteshu upajayate, from this Sangha, strong desire is born. Obsessive desire is born. Kama abhijayate. Sangat samjayate. Jayata is born. Very well born is Kama. Kama means that desire, strong desire, which says that if I don't have it, I will be unhappy. I must achieve it. I must achieve it. I must achieve it. And they teach you that unless you have this, you won't achieve your goals. This is totally opposed to that. When I spoke about this in a management institute, sir, but is it not demotivating? I said, I don't know, then don't call me for all this. So some people say, this is motivating, sir. Unless you do this, how will you end up making your million, 10 million, things like that? This is, at least this is not, I mean, you don't ask me to come and talk on all this. Bhagavad Gita in practical life. Okay. Don't fool yourself and others with all these subjects. You simply say, I don't want Bhagavad Gita, I want Artha Kama only. At least be clear here. You want to legitimize your operation. That's what they do. They say in America it happens. First, mafia enters into business for about 20, 30 years. Then the second generation comes, and the third generation. The third generation wants to stand for election, and this fellow wants to become a legitimate fellow. Trying to legitimize all these pursuits and then make it. Yeah, Bhagavad Gita says this. Bhagavad Gita doesn't say all this. It only says Sangaha, by constant reflection, constant thinking, the desire becomes very, very strong. At some point of time, you are going to be brought down to earth, which is going to tell you this desire is not going to work. You are going to have disappointment. At that point, what happened? So when you know that desire is going to be thwarted, krodha abhijayate. Worse than samjayate is abhijayate. Anger, krodha, wrath, fury, furious. Because you know you are going to be thwarted. It's not going to work. It's going to krodha abhijayate. Next line. What happens when there is krodha? From krodha bhavati. It transforms into what happens? Sammoha, some kind of a delusion. The capacity to think rationally is lost. For all these people these days, what beautiful term they use, brain fade. What brain fade? Not brain fade. You lose your capacity to think properly. Okay, krodha bhavati sammoha. Okay, what happens if sammoha comes? Sammohat smriti vibhramaha. Meaning, lose your ability to think properly, lose even the thought of good, evil, dharma, adharma also goes away. Typical example, Duryodhana. Krishna tells him, can you not give a small place where 5 people can stay? He says, I cannot give a piece of land which would fit into the needle pricking point. Krishna says, you are bringing disaster on your family, on your entire Kuru clan. He says, I don't care. I would rather perish than give them something. No. The capacity to think of what is right or wrong is gone. I must achieve. Come what may. I must get this. Come what may. Whatever be the forum, whatever happens, I want it. It doesn't matter if I pull down the audience. It's a very sad reflection. It happened in India. I must be there. If I don't care what happens to the constitution. I don't have to care what happens to the country. I must be in the seat. I must have power, rights. That is right. Sammohat, smriti vibhramaha. Okay. Smriti bramshat, buddhi nashaha. The entire thinking faculty is destroyed. And when your thinking faculty is destroyed, what happens? Buddhi nashat pranashyati. You have destroyed yourself. Very careful here. Destroyed here doesn't mean this fellow may be otherwise a very successful fellow. There are a lot of people like that who fit into this shloka. In fact, 90% of the world fit into this shloka. They have a lot of money. They have a lot of facilities. They have a lot of power. There are people hopping when they snap their fingertips. But pranashyati, the moral fiber is destroyed. There is no moral fiber at all. Just go around. It is in our own families, our own neighbors, our own friends. There is a fellow half paralyzed. Anytime anything can happen. But he won't share property, which is not rightfully his. Somehow, I must have it. Where is the moral fiber? Where is the moral fiber? The people who want to fight with him, who actually are rightful owners of the property, are saying the fellow is in death, then why fight? Now, if you don't fight now, after him, it will still be difficult to get. Now the fiber is. So, buddhi nasha pranashyati. When pursuit of artha kama, mindless pursuit of artha kama, makes you ignore dharma. When dharma is ignored, the moral fiber is destroyed. You are split as a person, permanently split as a person. In a permanently split person, what moral values you have? What good self-image you have? That is what is highlighted. Okay. We look at verse number 63. Or 63 we are seeing. We'll look at verse number 64. Therefore, who are highlighted, there is what should you do? Ragadvesha viyuktaistuhu. Ragadvesha viyuktaistuhu. Sorry, tuhu nahi. Ragadvesha viyuktaistuhu. Ragadvesha viyuktaistuhu. Vishayan indriyaischaran. Vishayan indriyaischaran. Whole verse. Ragadvesha viyuktaistuhu. Vishayan indriyaischaran. Atmavasher vidheyatma. Atmavashya vidheryatma. Atmavashyer vidheyatma. Pramadam prasadamadi gacchati. Prasadamadi gacchati. Whole verse. Ragadvesha viyuktaistu. Vishayan indriyaischaran. Atmavashyer vidheyatma. Prasadamadi gacchati. We will see the word meaning. In details, we will see again 64. I will do 64, 65 next week. Okay. 64, 65, 66, we will see next. Raga, Dvesha. So Raga, Dvesha means strong likes and dislikes. Okay. Achha. Raga, Dvesha, Viyuktaihi. Viyuktaihi means one who is free from the grip of strong likes and dislikes. Viyukta, Viyukta. One who, Ragadvesha will be there. I'm not saying give up Ragadvesha. One who is free from the grip of Ragadvesha. Okay. Such a person is called a Vidheyatma. Is called a person who is balanced, Sanyami, self-controlled one. Vidheyatma. What does he do? He, Vishayan, okay, Vishayan, Charan. He walks in the sense, among the sense objects. So there are so many distractions. Hey, you would have seen this character in the movie. You would have seen these characters highlighted in the movie. The fellow is being distracted, but Atmavasha Indriya. He is not rattled easily. That's the character they want to project. They know there's a good thing to do. They know this sells. Take any superhero. Take your over as a superstar or whatever it is. They will always project as a fellow who has got, everybody tries to distract him. He is not distracted. He is not distracted. Atma, he is such a person is a Atma. He is a fellow who's got self-controlled. Vidheyatma. Vidheyatma. He is a self-controlled person. And what is the self-control? Raga, Dvesha, Viyuktaha. There are a lot of distractions. He is not shaken easily. In the movie, they told him, right? You alone can become the chief. And I won't come. I won't come. Whole world wants him to be CM or PM, but he doesn't want it. Vidheya, self-controlled. Ragadvesha. Ragadvesha does not have grip. And he walks among these temptations. Okay, full self-control. And what does he get? Prasadam. Adigachati. He enjoys Prasada means tranquility. I enjoy prasada. I enjoy. I'm together as a person. There is no conflict in me. There can be distractions. I know how to handle distractions. There can be turbulence. I know how to handle turbulence. Now I know I won't be shaken. I will not be shaken. Not only will I not be shaken, I will ensure that fellow who comes to me also is not shaken. Vidheya, self-control. What does he get? Prasadam adhigachati. Enjoys, can call it peace of mind. The previous two said, if you do all that, your mind goes to pieces. But if you learn how to live in among distractions, the mind is in one piece. Very beautifully expressed. Okay, we will see it in detail in the next week. Okay, I'll introduce 65 to you. It's a very beautiful verse. You should leave with that verse. Next week is Vijayadashmi. I want you to. It says, Prasadhe sarva dukkhanam, Prasadhe sarva dukkhanam, Hanirasyopajayate, 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 Prasadhe sarva dukkhanam, Hanirasyopajayate, Prasadhe sarva dukkhanam, Hanirasyopajayate. Verse number 65. Okay. Prasanna chetasa hyasu, Prasanna chetasa hyasu, Buddhi paryavatishtate, Buddhi paryavatishtate. Whole line. Prasanna chetasa hyasu, Buddhi paryavatishtate. You have to keep repeating this in your mind as a manan. Prasade sarva dukkhanam, Hanirasyopajayate, Prasanna chetasa hyasu, Buddhir paryavatishtate. Quick meaning. Prasadhe. Prasade. In this tranquil mind, sarva dukkhanam hani, all conflicts, sorrow, sadness, despair, anger, low self-image, destroyed, gets destroyed in this tranquil mind. Prasade sarva dukkhanam hani upajayate. It results in the destruction. Arjuna said, "Na problem," and he said, "Asocha nanda sochastvam." All your sorrow gets destroyed. And what happens? Okay, and sarva dukkhanam hani upajayate. Then asya, because of this destruction, what happens? Prasanna chetas. This tranquility shows on your face. There will be a naturally pleased, smiling expression, not a fake chocolate smile. And naturally, the curves, the eyes, all this start curving upwards. Naturally, like a child. Prasanna chetasa rashuhu. Okay, indeed, it will happen. Okay, soon this will happen. Prasanna chetasa rashuhu. Buddhi. And what happens to the buddhi? The buddhi becomes firm. Either way you can. Buddhi becomes firm, then prasada will happen. If prasada happens, buddhi will become firm. Either. We will look at it elaborate in our next session. We will say if this is then, and if you don't have this, what is the end result? Then another maybe maximum another 2 or 3 sessions. We will bring chapter 2. We will have completed chapter 2, then we'll do a summary and then go into chapter 3. Swasti prajabhya paripalayantam nyayena margena mahim mahisha yo brahmanebhya shubhamastu nityam loka samasta sukhino bhavantu kale varshatu parjanyaha prithivi sasya shalini desho yam shobharahitah brahmana santu nirbhaya sarve bhavantu sukhinah sarve santu niramaya sarve bhadrani pashyantu ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityorma amritangamaya Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। स्वामी दयानंद महाराज की जय। बोलो सब संतों की जय। बजरंग बली की जय। पवन पुत्र हनुमान की जय। ओम। We will meet next Friday. It's Vijayadashmi. I will briefly introduce what is Vijayadashmi and we will relate it to what we are studying in the Bhagavad Gita. Have a wonderful week. Om.